Hello, everybody. Actually, Ludo and Fury. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
I'll turn my camera on for a second so you can see him here. Hello, everybody. I'm in a cafe. I cannot hear you, Fury. Let's get moving on this so I can get back to work. I know I'm writing a paper that kind of takes ideas from clams and applies it to the house treachery of House of Boy. So, but let's go ahead and start. Hello, everybody. Once again, I missed last week. Sorry about that. I was actually on vacation. This week I'm still not home. I'm working all week. But Ludo, as always, just start with you. I'd love to hear where everything is going with what you're working
Regarding the Aramid, we are improving the Aramid Explorer. I don't know if you have seen it, but it's much better, and we are even improving it. So that
on. I have not seen it yet. Zarmian did tell me it was a lot better, which is awesome.
Yeah, we have some unresolved the transaction from base to I think Boy or Algorand, which basically will be resolved with the new version of the Explorer after we do this new upgrade. And yeah, my main focus is at the moment on the Biatek Dex and Biatek Router. So that's what I'm building most at the moment.
So the Biotech router, how's that coming along? Pretty well.
It's going good. I have already some transaction out there, so yeah, I'm almost finishing up.
Nice. What kind of ETA do you think you'll have be ready for your full clan to be ready, including like routing?
I didn't understand the question.
When do you think your product will be fully ready for like normies public use to be able to actually go in, make swaps, or even provide liquidity?
Yeah, I want to finish first the Biatek router in order someone be able to route through the DEX basically. So I consider this as some precondition before the public launch of the Biatek Dex. But Biatek Dex is kind of available now for on the beta. So yeah, looking still for some feedback.
And you've reached out to the community for that feedback?
Really?
You've reached out to the community for that feedback already? You have people helping you?
Yeah, I've reached to few people. Also on the Algorand Dev Council, I mentioned it, and I will write email to the whole group with it. Yeah.
Great job on the progress. Awesome to hear. Anything else you're working on, or is this mainly focusing on that?
Small updates on Ivolead and Algorand scan and stuff around. So yeah, I consider it all as working on the router or the DEX. So
Awesome. Okay, so well, I'll talk about House of Boy. Been making a lot of progress lately. Zarmi's been putting in a lot of work into the authentication authorization of House of Boy to make sure that that is clean, and very easy to use. Being able to actually add multiple wallets, just a good experience overall. While making it so that a normal person can still like not have to know what crypto is to be able to use it. Um, he he had some like silly issues for a little bit there because he's trying to find like the right authentication service. He's tried several different ones, but I think that where he actually ended up is just using Superbase's auth, baked in auth, and I got a message late last night saying that he's pretty happy with it. So I'll probably be able to see how it works today. Ukrainians, the Ukrainian team that we're working on, or the two teams are working on, coming along pretty well. They're building out the WebGL interface for the games. It's taken them a little bit more time to wrap their head around exactly how we do it, because they're used to building just normal slot machines for like centralized digital places. So implementing things like the queue system, and because ours is fully on chain, is something that's taken a little bit to actually help them understand. And also just the UX designer also understanding why House of Boy is different than every other casino out there is something else that we've had to spend a lot of time on, specifically around the house side and how it's kind of like DeFi platform, similar to more like Uniswap than a regular um, casino. So, but they've been doing really well. I think we're really close to actually having our logo picked out. We're down to 2, and I like both of them. So, I think it's just a matter of pointing my finger at one and saying this is the way we're going. Let's see what else we're working on. So we have 2 slot machines that are working. The second slot machine, the smart contract, is almost done. There's still some polishing that needs to be done. Then, of course, the interface for both of them that needs to be done. But pretty happy with that. But the next game we'll probably do is Keno. We haven't started the smart contract development for that, but that'll be pretty straightforward. And then the fourth thing that came up with yesterday that I think will be fun is instant lotto, like scratchers. So that works similarly to like how scratchers work. You could buy like 10, 20, 1, and you could scratch them off individually or send them to people and work just like scratches do. And hopefully that this is something that can be used for like holiday purchases. Be like, hey, I just bought you $100 worth of scratchers, go scratch them off. So that's one thing that's coming. I wrote a paper about that yesterday. The other thing that's I'm actually working on right now is there's a big problem with the actual House of Boy house side, that um, a whale could come in and completely destroy the APR of the actual individual games. So what I'm coming up with is a progressive weighted pools, meaning that early money that comes in has higher reward, higher risk of payouts and wins. and so that the people that come in early are rewarded with better APR, or worse APR if it goes tits up. But that way, if money does come in afterwards, which it will, it won't completely dilute the early people. So, like, I'll probably have that paper done written today, and I'll pass it to people that are really good at math to make sure that my math is not bad. So that's mostly what I'm working on right now. Last week was holiday week, so I didn't do much, but making up for this week, I've already written, I think, 4 pages or 4 papers this week. But that's everything for me. And the only other thing too is that I've changed the House of Void pitch for the next round, to have a different narrative that I like a lot more. It's going after the like the poly-market path rather. I'm creating a term called a casino market rather than like a digital casino, and plan on, for regulation reasons, going down the path of like poly-market and Kalshi as well, because it really is just a P2P casino. So I think it's going to be better, and the narrative is way better. So I'm really happy about that. I finished the first draft of the second or the new pitch yesterday, and I started circulating to a few people to get feedback, and I'll probably finish tweaking that this week. But that's everything for me. Any questions in the crowd? If not, I'm going to go back to working on this paper and
Yeah,
go back
by
to
the
sleep.
way, in the evening, I'm planning to go to Christmas party. So so I will not be joining the later evening or later event. So
Okay, sounds good. Nuss has a question. You can come up. There we go.
Yeah, so we was wondering when when he's going to go to mainnet with the update to Aramid.
the update of the new bridge. Like Daniel told me that it will be today, but
Okay.
I wonder. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. Like Daniel handles these Explorer updates.
Okay, yeah, that was my only question, was when we was going to be able to see that.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. And thank you, Nuss, for coming up and asking a question. Wait. Okay. All right. Talk to you all later.
Bye bye.